Wow, okay, we're still going with my Immortal. I cannot believe you guys like it. This is weird because it seems so old and decrepit, but like it's still a great story. As requested, I'm gonna try to put a little bit of commentary here and there, maybe after each chapter, because they're so fucking short. Alright, well, we got a couple more voices coming in these next 4 chapters, so let's give it a whirl. Do I look okay? I'm like, it's really, really hot today. Look at, Alright, we're good. Alright, chapter 5. Author's note.
Stop flaming! If you flam, it means a prep or a pusser. The only reason Dumbledore swore is cause he had a headache, okay? And on top of that, he was mad at them for having sex. P.S. I'm not updating until I get 5 good revivals.
Oh, my eye. Dumbledore made Draco and I follow him. He kept shouting at us angrily. "You ludicrous fools!" he shouted. Roll out. I started to cry, tears of blood down my pallid face. Draco comforted me. When we went back to the castle, Dumbledore took us to Professor Snape and Professor McGonagall, who were both looking very angry. "They were having sexual intercourse in the Forbidden Forest," he yelled in a furious voice. McGonagall.
Why did you do such a thing, you mediocre dunces?
Asked Professor McGonagall. "How dare you?" demanded Professor Snape. That's not a demand. And then Draco shrieked, "Because I love her!" Everyone was quiet. Dumbledore and Professor McGonagall still looked mad, but Professor Snape said, "Fine, very well. You may go upstairs to your rooms," or just up to your rooms, whatever. Draco and I went upstairs while the teachers glared at us. "Are you okay, Ebony?" Draco asked me gently. "Yeah, I guess," I lied. I went to the girls' dorm and brushed my teeth and hair and changed into a low-cut black floor-length dress with red lace all around it and black high heels. When I came out, Draco was standing in front of the bathroom and he started to sing "I Just Want to Live" by Good Charlotte. I was so flattered, even though he wasn't supposed to be there. We hugged and kissed. After that, we said goodnight, and he reluctantly went back to his room. Chapters are so full of whimsy and wonder. Chapter 6. Author's note.
She's a prips, okay? P.S. I would not update until you give me good revals.
The next day, I woke up in my coffin. I put on a black miniskirt that was ripped all round the end and a matching top with red skulls all over it, and high-heeled boots that were black. I put on 2 pairs of skull earrings and 2 crosses in my ears. So gothic. I spray-painted my hair with purple. In the Great Hall, I ate some Count Chocula with blood instead of milk. I always spit. And a glass of red blood, as opposed to green blood or orange-flavored blood. Suddenly, someone bumped into me. All the blood spilled all over my top. Over my top. "Bastard!" I shouted angrily. I regretted saying it when I looked up, because I was looking at the pale white face of a gothic boy with spiky black hair with red streaks in it. Can't fucking read this. He was wearing so much eyeliner that I was going down his face and he was wearing black lipstick. He didn't have glasses anymore, and now he was wearing red contact lenses, just like Draco's. And there was no scar on his forehead anymore. He had a manly stubble on his chin. And he had a sexy English accent. He looked exactly like Joel Madden. He was so sexy that my body went all hot when I saw him, kind of like an erection. Only I'm a girl, so I didn't get one, you sicko! I'm so sorry, he said in a shy voice. That's all right. What's your name? I questioned. My name's Harry Potter, although most people call me Vampire these days. It's gonna kill my voice. He grumbled. Why? I exclaimed. Because I love the taste of human blood, he giggled. Well, I'm a vampire, I confessed. Really? He whimpered. Yeah! I roared. Oh, God. We sat down to talk for a while. Then Draco came up behind me and told me he had a surprise for me, so I went away with him. All of Enobi's chapters just end with her going away with people, basically, or sexing them. Alright, chapter 7, Bring Me to Life. Author's note, oh boy.
Well, okay, you guys. I'm only writing this because I got 5 God reviews. And put away. BTW, I won't write the next chapter till I get 10 God wands. So flaming, or I'll report you. Ebony isn't a Mary Sue, okay? She isn't perfect. She's a Satanist. And she has problems. She's depressed, for God's sake.
God's sake, right? Draco and I held our pale white hands with black nail polish as we went upstairs. I was wearing red Satanist stings on my nails in red nail polish. Author's note.
See, does that sound like a Maru Sue to who?
I waved to Vampire. Dark misery was in his depressed eyes. I guess he was jealous of me that I was going out with Draco. Anyway, I went upstairs with Draco. We went into his room and locked the door. Then we started Frenching passively, and we took off each other's clothes enthusiastically. He felt me up before I took off my top. Then I took off my black leather bra, and he took off his pants. Then we went on the bed and started making out naked. And then he put his boy's thingy in mine, and we had sex.
See, is that stupid?
Oh, Draco! Draco! I screamed while getting an orgasm, when all of a sudden I saw a tattoo I had never seen before on Draco's arm. It was a black heart with an arrow through it. On it, in bloody Gothic writing, were the words, Vampire! I was so angry. You bastard! I shouted angrily, jumping out of the bed. No, but you don't understand, Draco pleaded. But I knew too much. No, you fucking idiot! I shouted. You probably have AIDS anyway! I put on my clothes all huffily and then stomped out. Draco ran out even though he was naked. He had a really big you-know-what, but I was too mad to care. I stomped out and did so until I was in Vampire's classroom, where he was having a lesson with Professor Snape and some other people. Vampire Potter, you motherfucker! I yelled. That's the second chapter that's ended on the word like motherfucker. I love it. And chapter 8. Author's note.
Stop flossing, okay? If you do, then on a prep.
Everyone in the class stared at me, and then Draco came into the room, even though he was still naked, and started begging me to take him back. Ebony, it's not what you think, Draco screamed sadly. My friend Bloody Mary Smith smiled at me understatedly. She flipped her long waist-length gothic black hair and opened her crimson eyes like blood that she was wearing contact lenses on. She had pale white skin that she was wearing white makeup on. Hermione was kidnapped when she was born. Okay. Her real parents are vampires, and one of them is a witch. But Voldemort killed her mother, and her father committed suicide because he was depressed about it. She still has nightmares about it, and she is very haunted and depressed. It also turns out her real last name is Smith and not Granger. She has converted to Satanism. She is in Slytherin now, not Gryffindor. In case you needed the most pointless paragraph in the entirety of this fanfic. What is it that you desire, you ridiculous dimwit? Snape demanded angrily in his cold voice, but I ignored him. Vampire, I can't believe you cheated on me with Draco! I shouted at him. Everyone gasped. I don't know why Ebony was so mad at me. I don't really know who's talking here, but I had went out with Vampire. I'm bi, and so is Ebony. For a while, but then he broke my heart. He dumped me because he liked Brittany, a stupid preppy fucker. We were just good friends now. He had gone through horrible problems, and now he was gothic. Ha 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 ha! Like I would hang out with a prep. But I'm not going out with Draco anymore, said Vampire.
You're fucking right! Fuck off, you bastard!
I screamed. I ran out of the room and into the Forbidden Forest, where I had lost my virility to Draco. And then I started to bust into tears. That's the end. That's 4 whole friggin' chapters. We gotta come up with even more names for everybody. Or, not names, voices for everybody. Because they're just gonna keep going and it's gonna keep getting kookier. Right now, my Immortal is actually legible. It gets totally not legible going forward. So, we might have a guest on next week. We'll see who that could be, guys. But, in the meantime, thank you for watching and take care, preppy bitches. The soft spray of mother's milk. Oh, fuck.
Why?
That flew as her breasts slapped from the way she continuously thrashed.
Oh my god.
What is she doing?